Okay, well now I have your attention. Welcome to the channel. My name is Nick and we are going to be taking a look at the technical analysis on XRP, sharing my thoughts and opinions on where I think XRP is heading next. As I get into today's video, guys, smash that like button. Do appreciate that. If you are new, what are you waiting for? Smash that subscribe button and stay up to date with all the content that we do here at Cheeky Crypto. Guys, let's get right into this. So XRP paired up with USDT. We're on the one-day Binance chart here. And yeah, we're going to just reflect on what's been going on here and then where I think things are heading next. So you can see we have got our downward trend line as per the following video, or the video that we did just a few days ago. And we can see here that we are still looking at rejection here for XRP, right? We are still unfortunately moving further down for XRP's price action. Now you can see not only do we have this trend line, which is basically only really showing you other things that are going on. If I just remove that, you can see that we have the white line coming through here. This is the 200 exponential moving average. This is heavy resistance for XRP. It was support. We lost it as support on the 12th of April, and it has become tested twice and is now resistance for the price action, right? We have the yellow line. That is the 50 simple moving average. It had a death cross here on the daily time frame right there. That happened on the 4th of May. We saw a test on the 6th of May of this 50 exponential moving average crossing on the 50 simple moving average crossing lower than the 200 exponential moving average. This test was on the 6th of May, rejected here as well. The blue line coming through is the 50 exponential moving average, and basically all I'm saying is that everything is looking rather negative on the daily time frame for XRP, but it's not all that it seems. I'm going to walk you through what I think is likely to happen next and where I think the price is going. But there's a lot of kind of things in here. If you just look at it from a traditional way of analyzing the markets or looking at a price chart, you're going to be drawing bearish conclusions. But if we take a more advanced look at the charts, we can come up with a slightly different conclusion on the market here. Okay, so we can see here that we do have this move to the downside, right? And if we measure this using the Fibonacci retracement tool, from this peak here up to our initial bounce, which is this one right here, okay, we can see that we came down lower than 1.618. We bounced up and then we crossed higher. Okay, these two tests that we just talked about on that 200 exponential moving average, 50 simple moving average crossed higher than its previous swing low, invalidating the idea of a trend move to the downside. Let me go ahead and just throw in a horizontal line here, right? This comes in at 56.21, and we can see that this area, the 56.21, is actually, so 56.81. This area has been crossed by these two wicks, right? This basically invalidates the idea that we are trending to the downside. Instead, what we have is an overlapping candlestick structure, which shows us short-term corrective patterns. I still expect us to move down a little bit more. Okay, I don't think we're necessarily done, but it does show that we are not in a bearish trend move to the downside. Instead, we're just seeing a pretty healthy correction. And I know a lot of people in the comments are going to be like, what the hell? What the fuck? We can't possibly be in a healthy correction. It's 43.71% down. And actually, for the most part, that is incredibly healthy. Considering that how XRP's price action has already been kind of holding up in comparison to other altcoins, we take a look at many other altcoins that have dropped 60, 65, some even 70%. Here we have XRP at 43%. So yeah, I'd say it's fucking holding up beautifully well right now. Okay, but I do expect us to still move down a little bit further, where we will see more slippage for XRP's price action before we get into the next rally to the upside, which I do think is coming. Okay, now let's go ahead and take a look at smart money concepts on this daily time frame, right? What is it showing us? Well, it's showing us that we haven't really got any major changes since we had this change of characterization. I'm not sure you guys can really see it. It's kind of really faint. Right here, there was a bearish change of character on the daily time frame, but we haven't broken that structure to say it is confirmed bearish just yet. Okay, so smart money concepts, basically this wick right here closed lower than this one and it created the change of character. Okay, and essentially that's kind of what we're looking at here. Okay, so we could potentially be looking for a run to the upside here for XRP, but I think the most likely scenario is that we retest the existing lows around that kind of 41 cent and potentially go down lower as per the previous videos that we were talking about. Now, if we were to reflect on this as a bigger, larger kind of three-wave pattern, which I don't actually think is what's going to happen. Let me actually kind of give you my thoughts as to where I think things are going rather than kind of giving you the hypotheticals and all that bullshit. Let's go ahead and kind of show you where I think things are potentially going to actually end up. I think we're going to end up, and we potentially have actually already achieved minimum. Yeah, we've already achieved minimum expectations on a Z wave, but I think it's possible that we come back down into the area where the demand is, right? Let me turn smart money concepts off. We don't need that right now. This area right here, okay, is an interesting zone. You can see that we've just gone back down into this range. It's basically between 41.89 and 50 cent. This area, of course, would be the area where there's a huge amount of demand. We can already see this in the price chart. And in fact, if I do go ahead and just zoom out of this chart just 1 second here, and I throw on the VPVR, you can see just here that there's an area of, well, pocket of volume right where price is right now, and a little bit lower. There's a little bit of a void right here around 43 cent, but there is demand coming in at 40 cent. So historically, we can see where the demand was, right? And we can know that where we are right now at the point of kind of in the video, today's video, of course, that is where there's a lot of kind of volume historically, both selling and buying. But also, if we drop down a little bit lower, more towards 45 cent, you can see that there's a lot of demand down here as well. Not so much at around 43, but there is more at 40 as well. So we want to be aware that I think that we are in more of a WXYXZ kind of pattern where we are looking to kind of finish this off into this slightly lower range for XRP. Okay, we did see obviously the prediction of the 93.8 getting hit, and we are still looking for a 3-wave correction over a macro right here, here, and here. But our minimum expectations on this have already been met. Okay, so we don't have to come down any deeper if we don't want to. But I am looking at the potential here. If we can't hold 41.88 cent, then of course we are going to be talking about that move towards 33. But you know, we don't have to worry about that just yet. I do see a lot of positivity on the daily time frame as well as some of that negativity. Now, if we go ahead and take a look at the stochastics, you can see that the stochastic RSI on the daily time frame is about ready to moon. Okay, so we can see here that we are looking for that next surge to the upside to basically take the price action to you know, a little bit higher, probably back towards the 200-day exponential moving average. Closing above that 200-day EMA will be positive. That currently comes in at 56.21, so that's going to be where the bulls are looking. If the bulls are unable to do that, then the bears will probably take this down again. As we kind of bring in our divergence indicator here, we can see whether or not we've got any major price divergences versus the relative strength index. The yellow lines being the relative strength index, and the flags are either bullish, hidden bullish, bearish, or hidden bearish divergences being flagged up here. The last one that we saw was on the 6th of May. I don't have to kind of show you what happened there on the 6th of May. We got rejected on the 200-day exponential moving average. You also got this flag right here to say that this is hidden bearish divergence, and you should probably go short on the market. Had you gone short on the market, bearing in mind that it would have been on the close position of that candle, you would be in profit by about 9.26%. And well, by the time it actually reached that low there, if you take today's current price, you're still in profit by 6.94. Add a little bit of leverage to that, and you are going to be enjoying some very, very healthy gains on being a bit bearish on the market. Okay, so for the most part, that's kind of the daily time frame, right? XRP's price action hasn't changed all that much from the previous video. We are still looking for negative price action, yes, but it is short term. We are looking at this as a 3-wave correction coming to a close really soon. Okay, and then once that does finish off, we are going to be looking for that next big move to the upside for XRP. Now that could come in many different forms. We could have price action mooning to the upside under a 5-wave pattern, a 3-wave pattern. It could, all of this could be a part of a much bigger play as a diagonal, which basically means that we do have those significantly higher kind of moonshot targets that a lot of people do talk about. Now, if I go ahead and roll this up into the weekly time frame, the weekly time frame helps us understand a few of the different things that are going on as well, right? So in here, we obviously see that we're in this idea of a corrective move to the downside. We have the potential move that all of this is actually a part of a bigger play to take us up to these significantly higher numbers. We are still targeting out $5.59 to $11.26 for XRP. That's my conservative target based on the data that's currently sat in the price charts, with the idea that the potential for a bigger moonshot that would be confirmed at around $34.94. So should the price action of XRP rally up higher than than $34.96, then that there is going to basically signal a much, much bigger rally to the upside that's going to absolutely melt faces, because people just do not believe that XRP will be going to those numbers. And, I'm sort of in that camp a little bit. It'll melt my face as well, because I'm got this conservative target, right? 559 to 1126 based on the data in the charts. Of course, I would love to be wrong on this, and I'd love to see price surge higher than $34, because I hold a very reasonable amount of XRP. So I wouldn't mind that. I'm not looking to basically have one price in mind for liquidation. I would be slowly DCAing out of the market like I DCA into the market, and all that kind of usual good stuff. So for the most part, everything's looking pretty fucking good here for XRP at the moment, although the price action is coming down. On the weekly time frame, we have most recently lost the 200 weekly EMA. It's a little bit annoying that we do, of course, see that negatively, but I do think it's going to be short-lived. Again, we are oversold on the weekly stochastic RSI, indicating that we do have some pretty decent positivity to be found on the weekly time frame in the future. So again, you can see that the 200 EMA has been underpinning the price action, being the foundation, and shaking this right now, unfortunately. So we're looking for a closed position above the 200 weekly EMA this week, looking for that on Sunday, so 50.56 or higher. I do think we have the potential for that, so hopefully we can close back above that 200 EMA, giving us positivity on the weekly time frame to continue the idea that we are in fact, the right kind of market for XRP bulls. Now, you can let me know your thoughts and opinions on all of this in the comments down below. If you haven't done so already, smash that fucking like button, guys. I really do appreciate that. If you're new, subscribe. And if you haven't checked this video out, what are you doing? Check it out, guys. You don't think you'll be disappointed.